Hello, welcome back to More Fun Fixing It. It's time for another unpacking video. Before we do that though, I just want to say something first. This might be the last one I do of these in this format because one of the reasons I was able to do this and to purchase the stuff in the first place was because of something called the AliExpress affiliate program. I think it's called AliExpress Portals or something like that. And I'd signed up for this and I put affiliate links in all of my video descriptions for all of the stuff that I put up, and I was getting a nice little, sometimes 8% back, which was funding the purchase of the next package. Haven't had any of that money yet because they make you wait for 2 months before you do anything, and that's just coming up now. But it looks like they've flagged some of my affiliate links as fraudulent and withheld some of the payments. So you won't find any links to these in the description, I'm afraid. I mean, it's fine for you to go looking for them yourself. That's fine, but I'm not going to do AliExpress's work for them if they're not going to reward me in the way that they promised they would. And I did appeal that decision. You get one chance to appeal it, and I very carefully spent quite a lot of time, more than the value of the items that they'd refused to pay me for. I spent quite a lot of time putting together all of the evidence that they needed for this, like the YouTube links and the dates and times and everything, and gave them everything that they needed, and they refused it. Or I say they refused it, probably an automated system refused it. So that annoyed me quite a lot, I have to say, and I'm done, basically. I'll go back to fixing things and just, you know, doing the other things that I enjoy just as much. I don't want to do something that's going to annoy me. But anyway, I've got all of this lot here, which was probably going to be a couple of videos worth of stuff. This is everything that I've been sent. There are 4 items in the post for me for actual projects that are on their way. But this is what we've got on the bench, and there is quite a lot of stuff here. Now, I'll do all of this. I'm going to try and do it all in one video, but we'll see how it goes, because I might get in the weeds on some of the items, because I know that there's some stuff in here that I want to test in some way, and that might require getting computers out and more technical stuff that might take longer than a single video. So I'll probably record all of this and split it into 2 videos, maybe, or one big one if the mood takes me. Anyway, before we start, I just wanted to talk about this as well. This is the Flux extractor thing that I thought was really good when I look, a K2208 KC extruder. That I quite like to start with. Now, I've used it a couple of times, and on my MG Chemicals current Flux tube, which is getting towards the end of the tube, it's down here somewhere, it's still got plenty in there. It was really struggling to extrude this. I'd press it and it wasn't coming out. So what the problem is with this is, if you look, I'll press this and you'll see how far this moves. Have a look how far this moves. So when I press it, that's a good inch of play there before it even starts to move. And then when it does start to move, it's jerky and you've got no control. So it's not as good as these ones, which give you very fine control, even though they're not, you know, as fancy looking. That works much better. So I'm going to buy myself some more of these ones instead. So that's going in the, well, I don't know. Someone can have that. I'll give it away. Let's start with this. This was recommended to me by Velociraptor Dave from This Week in Retro, my pal Dave. And he said that he thought that this was worthy of me having a look. I've got the page up with my orders on now, so I can actually see the prices. And this cost me a whopping £5.14 delivered. The lens was already popped out of there, so we'll put that back in. Little bit of shipping mishap there. It doesn't want to go in. There we go. Let's see, and it's got my finger marks all over it now. Now, I spotted one thing on this box that I quite like the look of. If you look down here on the blurb, it says, equipped with automatic pressurizing device, the voltage of two 7-hash batteries can be increased from 3 volts to 4.5 volts. Ooh. It's a headband magnifier with detachable light source box. It can be easily used under the following conditions. Operate or read at a dim or dark place. Interesting work such as carving, handcraft and sewing. Assemble or repair small fittings. Check the finished product. Okay, so where's my old one? So this is my original one of these, which I've had for a long time. I've patched it up and it just kind of works fine. Don't think I've ever used the torch on these. It's not even facing the right direction. Not sure. Has that got batteries in it? Could have. No, don't think it has. But this one, you can put 2 sets of lenses in there. You can have another set of lenses in this section here, so you can flip one up and down. So you can use it for 2 different strengths of magnification, which is really good. And this one, I like this one because the lenses are nice and big. They aren't difficult to work with in the way some of the other ones are. And it's having the 2 double lenses was quite handy in some situations. But the other thing about it is it's quite flimsy and it's really uncomfortable to wear. That strap is not very comfortable around your head. It really does hurt after a little while. But I keep it around just as a spare. Then I got this one, which has got a similar, oh dear. It's got a padded forehead bit here and an adjustable ratchet thing at the back, which I can't work out how to use now. Oh, you have to pull it to change the. Yep, so that works nice, and it's got you know, you can place the head, the visor part wherever you want. The only thing I don't like about this is this bit just pops out quite easily. I should just glue that in place because I don't ever use it. It also has a rechargeable torch, which again, I don't think I've ever used. It's got a little USB-C port there, but it's nice to have. Anyway, yeah, that one works quite well. It's quite comfortable, but I don't like the lenses on it. I don't feel comfortable using this one as much. And it's not got the adjustable part of it. What appealed to me on this one was this thing, the little jeweler's loop, so that I could really get in close. Also, it looks like it had like a nice leathery sort of strap on the back here, cushioning. But that is just a piece of plastic. There's no actual sponge underneath there. That's just a piece of ruffled plastic. And it's got quite sharp edges. Oh, that's not ideal. So is it adjustable? Oh, so, right. That's the forehead part of it. That actually goes on this side. Yes. Actually undo these. These are metal. These knobs on the side. That's an upgrade. So that actually goes that way. A bit like the other one, but without the actual padding. And this bit, it always feels very, very weak. It doesn't click into lock or anything. It just, it doesn't feel good. It's not going to make a really easy time adjusting that on the back of your head. I'm actually going to try it on now. Well, I've got a massive head, so getting this to fit on my massive bonce is going to be a trial. All right, if I do that, it moves a bit easier. Right, it's too loose. It's really difficult to turn that knob, and my hair's getting caught in the back. I haven't got much to spare. Can't do it up. Oh, yeah, my hair keeps getting caught in the back. Let's do these up. Take that out of the way. Find something to inspect. Okay. So it's not actually uncomfortable. Even though it hasn't got that padding there, it's not too bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, yeah. The loop adds about, I don't know, 2x to it. That's pretty good. Oh, is there any other? So that's the, there's, okay, this one's got a similar thing to the other one. This has got 2 sets of lenses in it, I think. Yeah, there's 2 sets of lenses in there. So that one can be folded up. Oh, that's actually much more comfortable now. That's a bit like reading glasses. Is that all there is? That's actually disappointing. I would have hoped there would be more options on the lens strengths that you could use, but it looks a bit more robust than my one in that the lenses are not going to get knocked out quite so easily. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of getting used to, but I'll put it on the hook where I keep all of those sorts of things. But for now, I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, that's that one. Thanks, Dave, for recommending that. I think Dave recommended this as well, because Dave likes an unbagging video, and he's probably going to be upset that I'm not going to do it anymore. But maybe he can do some on the podcast. So, right, so this, can you guess what this is? Any ideas? Pretty sure these come off the end here. Yeah, they do. Not easily, but they do. There we go. Okay. That's pretty cool. Right, zoom down a little bit so you can have a better idea of what's going on here. So we've got a ratchet bit here to hold it at different points, so you can lock it and then close it a little bit at a time. It doesn't actually, I put my fingers in there, and squeeze here. That's as far as it goes. And then it's got 2 little spring clips on the end here. Do you know what this is for? I'm going to show you. I need a piece of wire. Right, so let's make it. I was going to say let's pretend this is 2 pieces of wire, but I can make it into 2 pieces of wire. But the judicious use of snips. So if I wanted to join this piece of wire to this piece of wire, I could use some blue tack or some crocodile clip things, or these things that I bought a while ago that you just pop in there like that, like that, and then I'll solder them together. Quite like this, actually, I have to say. But this is another one of them. So that will pop into there like that, and that holds that in place. And this one pops into here like that. Okay, and then you can yeah. Oh, okay, you can do it, and then gives you a bit of room to maybe twist them together like that and then solder them. So it's basically a way to hold 2 wires together to solder them. And it comes with a reel of electrical tape, which is completely useless to me. Oh well. Okay, we continue. I bought some of this, and it's basically a Loctite knockoff called Lulifel 243 thread locker. So I wanted it specifically for this thing. This is one of the clamps I use for my cameras and lighting as well. But I've got this camera that you're looking at me now in has one of these underneath it, and it's clamped to a piece of wood on my wall, and then the the camera sits in a, you can adjust this bit here, and then, sorry, I'll loosen that bit there, and then you can adjust this wherever you want it. So let's say, for instance, it's here, like this, with a camera hanging off of it, and I tighten it up like that. Okay, let's go a bit tighter. And then you put a camera on this bit here. Well, that is actually just screwed in there, and plenty of times I've knocked my camera and it's just clunk, and that screw has come undone and the whole lot has come down. So I have actually put, last night I put some of this thread lock on this one in anticipation, and that hasn't locked it at all. Oh, that's very disappointing. That is really poor. I might need to use some more. So currently, Lou Liffle 243 doesn't get my recommendation. Sorry, Lou Liffle. Here's a couple of OMRON switches. Actually, I should give you the price on some of these. So what was the other thing I did? These were from Amazon. Now, these were about, I can't remember now, probably about £5. And this thread locking stuff was £1.24. So you get what you pay for. These are OMRON push button tack switches. You want a close look at these, and I think these are genuine. They look genuine to me, and they feel genuine as well. They are marked up as mouse micro switches for OMRON Logitech G300, 402, 600, 602, M210, blah 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 blah. Loads of different Logitech mouses. Ones like this. This one has. I've actually replaced the switches in this with some of these OMRON switches. I bought some of these just to see if they were as good as the ones I've got. So I've got a good supply to replace the tack switches in things like Amiga tank mouses, tank Mises, because they really work really nicely in an Amiga tank mouse. The original, or your common garden tack switches are really super clicky, and they do not feel nice in a mouse. These were £1.19 for 2 pieces. £1.19. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, and they feel like the genuine article to me, so that's a recommendation. Here we have, I'm going to leave that one till later. Let's have a look at this one. I've been looking forward to getting this. So I've already got some of these that I use, these little nipples for things, for syringes and things. And these ones have got a small, what size are these? It says for 0.4 to 1.2 millimeter glue dispensing syringe needle things. And this one is for, oh, it's the same size. No, it's not. Well, that says the same thing on it, but this is a different size. So here's some Mikingbo, and I think this is one of the ones, actually, I struggled to get this on there. But this one should be a doddle. Yeah, that's much better. That's perfect. Okay, that's a recommendation. Let's open a bag. Oh, actually, let's open, they've got 2 of these. Where's the other one? There we go. These are marker pens. Scissors. Long nib marker pens. Or they smell like permanent marker as well. So, quite nice. So for marking inside a hole, if you want to, put something up on a wall. I've been after something like that for ages. So yeah, I've got a black one and a red one. Long nibbed marker pens. I bought some variable resistors. I'm hoping that these are going to be the right type to go inside ZX Spectrums. I'm not sure for the color balancing circuit. I think I just ordered some random ones, so I'm not sure that these are going to be the right ones. But yeah, they don't look like the same footprint as these ones here. They're kind of longer, but these could be stretched out if I needed to. So yeah, That's for an experiment for later. Let's open this one. This is one of the things that I wanted to test off camera. Well, not off camera, but this is a bunch of Z80 CPUs. But we can test this because I've got, I mean, it's not a perfect test because it won't show up certain problems, but I do have a CPU tester. Let's grab it. Here's my CPU tester, and it goes that way. I can't remember what voltage this needs. I think it's 5 volts. I'm pretty sure it's 5 volts. I've got a ZX Spectrum there with a, I'm pretty sure it's got a socket for, no it hasn't. But I have got a socketed Z80, ZX Spectrum that I could use, but let's try this. Here we go. That looks like it's working. So these are dated 2010, 5th week of 2010. Okay. I think one flash is NMOS rather than CMOS. Yeah, one flash is NMOS, 2 flashes is CMOS. So one flash, yep. So they're rebadged. Let's see how fast it can go. It's at 16 megahertz now. Can't do 16 megahertz. 8. Can do 8 megahertz. Oh no, it can't. It's struggling at 8. Okay, it can do 4 megahertz. What about 5 megahertz? Well, it can do 5 megahertz. What about 10 megahertz? It can't do 10, so it can do 8. Sorry, not 8, it can do 5. Well, that one works. Let's try them all. That one works. They do look absolutely brand new. And I'm not upset that they're NMOS or that they're not very fast. Oh, this one's not working. That one doesn't want to work. Let's go a bit slower. Right down to the slowest. Oh, we got a broken one. Got any bent pins or anything? They just look. They've been flowed with solder to make them look new. They look new at first glance, but you can tell that they've been flowed with solder. They are old, rebadged and reflowed. And that one's broken. That one's working. Let's go back up to 4 megahertz. So if these are not all the same, this one might go faster. 8 megahertz. Yeah, this one working at 8 megahertz. What about 16 megahertz? No, doesn't like that. What about 10? Wish I put switches in these. Yeah, it goes. This one will go at 10. And they are definitely NMOS. Right, that's 3 so far. What about this one? I'm going to try this at 10 megahertz straight away. Oh, 3 flashes. Okay, so that is the first one of these I've seen. That's a U880. That's a Soviet clone Z80. Wow, and that's running at 10 megahertz. Will it go faster? Let's try 16 first. No. But Yeah, I'm quite impressed that it immediately ran at 10 megahertz. I'll show you that flash a little bit slower. Oh, it's only doing one flash. If I go at, what's this? That's 5 megahertz. Wow, that is very interesting. I wonder why it's doing that. This is at 4 megahertz, and now it's an NMOS chip. But at 10, it thinks it's an U880. Yeah, that's 10 megahertz. Oh, yeah, that is really weird. Okay, I'm not unhappy with that little batch. That's okay. I've got 4 out of 5, and what I paid for them was £6.45 for 4 NMOS, which suit a ZX Spectrum repair better than a new CMOS for compatibility reasons. 4 out of 5 of them. So what is that? £6.45. You know, less, just a little bit shy of a couple of pounds per chip. Not bad. Not bad. It would have been nice if all 5 of them had been working, but they have all got identical markings on. That is mad, actually. They've all been... I wonder if acetone would take this off. Let's get a bit of acetone. I don't like using acetone very much. Yeah, look at that. It's coming straight off. I mean, it'll be sanded flat underneath, so you won't be able to see what the original one is, but that is, yeah, definitely coming off with acetone. That's the first one I've seen like that. Properly fake chips, but not fake in a bad way. That's the nice thing. These are NMOS that have been rebadged as CMOS chips. I'm not unhappy. Okay, but I don't recommend you buy them because, I mean, they're fake. You're going to get faulty ones. It's braid. I bought some more because I've realised that with the other cheap stuff, I did buy some mechanic stuff in this dispenser as well, and that's fine. That works quite well, and I quite like the dispenser. But I also have been using this quite a bit, and it works fine, and I thought I would get some more. This is slightly wider. That's 3 millimeters. This is 4 millimeters, and that says 3. And yeah, that's wider. But oh, that's right. I like the name of this one. It's Goot Wick. Quite like the sound of a Goot Wick. So yep, that's going in the pile of things to use. Nothing too complicated. Let's open this one. Oh, how much was Goot Wick? Yeah, Goot original high quality desoldering wick was £1.96. What's this? Ah, this is right. So I don't know if you've been following along with the story. I bought a load of step-down buck converter things, or transformer, or what are they? Voltage regulator type things that converted 5 volts to 3.3, thinking I was buying these. These are over voltage protection for, it says 30 volts, 5.5 volts, or 2.5. I don't know what that means. Let's have a look at the listing. Right, so this pack of 10 was £5.19, and they are OVP protection module, over voltage, 5.5 volts, 2.5 amps, 30 volts, core board power supply, protecting board module. So it's just something you can put in line to, if you know voltage goes over a certain amount, it will protect it, which is quite good. So yep, I needed those for fiddling around. This was a Henry recommendation, and I messed up the ordering of these twice. So finally got there in the end, Henry. What's in this one? This is a MOS 6522 dip 40. Right, this is £1.90. And it's not a 6526, which is a CIA and a C64. A 6522 is a similar type of chip. And I'm not exactly sure of the difference between this and a 6526. I know there is significant differences because I don't think you can use them. Well, you definitely can't use them interchangeably. But this is this would be used in things like an Apple II, Oryx 1, and Oryx Atmos. And I thought I would give them a go. And they were £1.76. So whether it's fake or not, for that I'm probably going to make part of a future video with fake chip alert type things. Let's have a look in this package. And in here, oh, I have some Tracos. Oh, I'm quite interested to see if these are genuine. Yeah. Oh, it doesn't say Traco on them. Oh, no, these aren't Tracos. These are little relays, I think. Yeah, these are for a project I've got. I think they're going to be for the computer's links. Yeah, miniature PCB relays. These were £4.79 for 10. Okay, I'm going to put those back in here, keep them safe. I can't really test those, but I'm pretty sure they'll be okay. They'll look brand new. Let's try this pack. And this pack contains some, oh, UV something. It's motherboard jump wire fast curing oil. So this is a real life thing. So I've been watching NanoFix, a fellow YouTuber who fixes more modern stuff than I do. And he's also doing some AliExpress tools and materials type videos. I've ordered a few things that he recommended. He's done a roundup of some of the stuff that he really liked, and this was on that list. And it is basically solder mask or solder resist, but this stuff cures in 3 seconds. I'm pretty sure I got 2 of these, but yeah, there's not much I can really say about that without demonstrating it, and I'm not going to do that right now. But I'm pretty sure it'll be fine, because the other stuff I've got, which isn't fast curing, is fine. No, not another one. So sad. Okay, oh no, that's every single one I've bought has been white so far. I really want one of the red bristled ones. What's in this bag? I hear you scream. Another bag. Actually, 2 bags. Yeah, okay. It's Tracos. So there must be 2 lots of these in here. For them to bundle them thusly. I love that. They put the tear. They put the tear here and then seal it across there. How rude. So I don't know whether these don't look very genuine. That doesn't look right. That looks a bit like a sticker. I don't know. I'll have to stick them in something. Well, I mean, I could test them out of circuit, but I'd rather test them under load. But they are TSR1 2450s Tracos. So yeah, Tracos, we know what Tracos are. The 5-volt regulator for ZX Spectrum. So, you know, making ZX Spectrums go 5-volt. This bag. This one's making a pleasing rattling noise. Ah, right. So I've got a few of these here. So let's get this one out as well. And I'm just going to leave those for maybe at the end of the video. But I've got these because I'm looking for some that are going to work better than what I've got. I quite like these ones. They've got a spring in the end. This one's got no strain relief, and I don't know how that's going to work. Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes! Big Clive! I am one with you. I opened it with my thumb and finger. Never been able to do that before. Must have a sticky finger. So these ones, yeah, there's no strain relief inside there apart from the clamp part of it. But I don't mind this arrangement here. It's better than the cheapo ones that you get off Amazon over here and eBay and the like. I really don't like those ones. And they've got some metal ones here. Let's try it again. Damn it. Okay. Oh, where's the rest of it? Oh, these ones are sprung as well. So these are similar to these ones where the spring goes, I presume goes, oh no, it just sits in the end there. Where's the rest of it? And there's the rest of it. Oh, it's got a little plastic cover. Yeah, these feel a little bit hokey. But with the spring in, I mean, the spring's not attaching to anything. So, oh, the spring's got a thicker end on it. So the spring goes down there like that. And that goes in here. Yeah, I'll have to do a comparison of these. I mean, that's quite nice strain relief. But yeah, it's difficult to know what to recommend with these. And I've obliterated that label, so I'm not sure whether these are 2.5 or 2.1 in a diameter. I think they're 2.5s. I think I ordered all 2.5s because I needed some 2.5s. Anyway, those are those. Let's put those aside and open this packet. And it's some more of them. They're very similar to some of the other ones. So, yep, let's put those aside as well. Let's open this packet. It's got something hard inside it. It is potentiometers. Why did I order these? Vertical potentiometers. What on earth? I have no idea why I ordered these. 1K, 2K, 5K, 10K, 20K, 50K, 100K, 1 mega ohm. Adjustable resistors. So that's just got a big ohm on it. Oh no, they've all got ohms on it. Oh, B104. They're all B104. Okay, so that's something for me to ponder and wonder what the hell I've bought. Let's look in this packet. It's chip. They are 6502s. They are 6502s. So that's going to go in the pile of chips to be tested to find out how fake if they are fake. And it's some more chips. Some more Z80s, which we can test. As we've discovered. Now, what are these ones supposedly marked as? They are all the same. These ones are the 18th week of 2034. Okay, they're Zylogs. Or it might not be 2034. It might be 1934. Okay, let's try these then. The legs are resoldered again, not in especially good condition compared to the other ones, were actually much better fakes than these. Okay, that's going at, hang on, that's 3. That's the same as the other one. I don't want to do that. Let's go back down to, this is 8 megahertz. That was 10 megahertz. Yeah, it's an NMOS and that's running at 8 megahertz. That's fine. It's good. Am I going to get 5 out of 5? Oh, I didn't turn it off. Yep, that one's running at 8. Turn it off late. What about this one? What was that? That's a CMOS chip. So how fast would this one go? Let's go to 10. Yeah, works at 10. Oh. What about 16? It won't work at 20, but it might work at 16. Yeah, it's 16 megahertz CMOS Z80. It's absolutely nuts. What about this one? I'm just going straight for the same. Yep. Same CMOS Z80 at 16 megahertz. And again, another one. Can we get the full beans out of this one? Can we get a 20 megahertz? No. What about the that one before? No. Oh. No. Okay, so I've got a few CMOS Z80s, and they can be useful to me. For repairs, not so much. I'd rather put an NMOS part in, but CMOS, it will work. So that's good. I can't remember if I showed the price of the Tracos. I missed a few things here. So the Tracos were £6.97 for 6. Sorry, £3.56 for a pack of 3. What else? The Relife UV quick curing resin stuff is £3.89. These things were either £1.95 or £1.98, depending on where I got those from. The other ones, these ones, I didn't do up properly, were £5.48 for 5. These apparently are gold plated. Oh, yay. Why did I buy those? Yes. And the Tracos we've spoken about. The relays were £4.79 for 10. Overprotection modules were £5.39 for 10. Now, the other Z80, so I'm not sure which ones are which, whether these ones are the ones I'm talking about here, but these were 5 for £10.68. So these were a bit more expensive than the other ones. I think that this is where these ones came from, for £10.68, and the other ones were £6.45. The pictures actually look identical on the listings. No, they don't. Okay, so let's move on. We've not got too many more to go now. What's this one? Yeah, looks like we've got... Well, that one's done. That one's done. Is this the other? That might be the one I showed earlier, the Relife. I'm pretty sure I ordered 2 of these. So we've got 3 packages to go. Let's do the big one first. So I don't think it's anything very exciting. I think this is another NanoFix recommendation, which is clean room wipers. Wiping cloth suitable for class 1 to 10,000 clean rooms. Superpower for wiping up dust, very soft, harmless on surfaces, absorption of water, no waste or water stain left, no detergent needed, both for dry and wet uses. Let's open it up, let's have a look. I tend to use just like kitchen roll for most things, but it's not ideal. Okay, so we've got separate bags for each one. There's a few in here. Oh, they are. Oh, that's really nice. I don't know if that's going to come across on the camera, but it's kind of like a lens cloth. I'm going to clean my glasses with it. Yeah. I can still see. And it's very elastic. certainly in one direction. I'm quite impressed, actually. Interesting. Yeah, very good recommendation, Mr. NanoFix. And we've got 2 left. We've got 2 left. What's that over there? It's another bag. There's 3 left. Oh, and these. So we've got 4 things left. We'll leave those till last. Let's open this bag. I think my scissors are going blunt from all of this work they're having to do. Ah, yes, these are reset switches for a ZX Spectrum Plus 2 or Plus 3. Here we go. So I've not had one go faulty yet, because they've got a hole in the top, and what happens is they just get oxidized and end up not working quite so well. So the contacts underneath there just need a bit of cleaning. So you just squirt some contact cleaner in there and then do that, and they come back to life. They work fine. But I quite like the idea of having spare new ones, so I don't know if I'll ever use them, but there they are. 10 pieces, switch, spring switch latching, self-locking plastic push B button power switch, 6-pin dip PS-001/002/003/004 color PS004. All right, so these are dip PS004. Yep, handy. I'm sure one day they'll be handy. I will keep telling myself. Let's see what's in this bag. Oh, I think this is Andy from Hack Build Restore recommendation. And these are for, well, they're cleaning things, I expect. But I think they're just a bit more pointy and less cottony than a cotton bud. Oh yeah, this still got quite a bit of flexibility in the end, and it feels like a spongy kind of material, and it's holding its shape even though I'm pulling it around quite a lot. So yeah, I'll give those a try. I'm not sure I can really demonstrate them in any meaningful way, but they're going in my cleaning pile over there. Right, second from last bag. What's in this one? Oh, it's micro switches. I thought I ordered more than just these ones. I thought I ordered a few batches of these. Hang on, let me see what the Q-tip things were. £2.59. The reset switches were £2.18. Did I miss anything else? And the wipes were £4.44 for 200. Have I done? I haven't said how much these are yet, have I? They were £2.61. So the micro switches, now this type of micro switch, they tend to be quite expensive for a batch like this, and there are 10 in here, which is more than you need to fix one joystick. And it's all going to come. They don't feel very. I don't know. It's difficult to tell without them being inside, but they are ying lucky. They feel cheap and twangy and not very good. It's like a ringing sound in there. Yeah, they just don't feel, they're very light. And they were, well, they're only £4.37 for 10, so they're like 50p each. So that's not, I mean, that's not the end of the world. I can fix up a terrible joystick with them. That won't be the worst thing ever. So as well as the Tracos, I got these. I don't hold out a huge amount of hope for these, but these are a very similar thing in that they are a 5-volt 7805 5-volt regulator. Or it's marked either 3.3, 5-volt or 12-volt, but none of the boxes are filled in. But I'm pretty sure that color, but yeah, it doesn't have any There is a little resistor there. I wonder if that is the one that needs to be changed. But, oh, there is a couple more over that side as well. Not really easy to change them. It's all going to come down to how smooth the supply is coming out of these, whether they're actually usable or not. But they'll be handy for certain things, I'm sure. So I'll just tuck them away in there and hope they're okay. So that's it. What is likely to be the last one? Now, when I say it's likely to be the last one, I mean, if AliExpress come back to me, and I have emailed them with my grievances over what's happened and asked them if they can sort it out. And if they sort it out to my satisfaction, then, well, we'll see. But I was never going to do this sort of thing permanently anyway, because I don't want to turn into a shopping channel. And I've had, oh, there are two of these. Are they different colours? Yeah, one's blue and one's green, I think, or whatever colour that is. It doesn't say, that one says green on it, and this one doesn't say anything on it. They don't look similar-ish. This one's got a bunch of QR codes on and is in an official looking package. This one's just loose. So I've got a feeling this one's fake. Anyway, yeah, if they come back and say, sorry, we messed up, I'll consider doing it anymore. But like I say, I wasn't ever going to do this permanently anyway, because I don't want to be a shopping channel. It's been a nice distraction, and I've had fun doing it, but maybe it is time just to call it a day and move on, do some proper repairs and things and video making things. So what is my favorite thing? Well, that test, I quite like the Z80 CPUs. Even though one of these was faulty, I still think that they were fun to find out what was going on with those. That's yeah, that has actually impressed me. I like these pens. They are quite nice. I don't like this. I think that's rubbish. I'd be better off with just super glue. I like Wick just because of the name, because it's Goot. I'm not over the moon with this, but it's not the worst thing in the world. It's definitely, for the price, this is pretty good. But that adjuster is garbage. It's really bad. But once you get it in position, it's all right. My extra big nipples are good. I like those. And some OMRON switches, resistors, and the over voltage protection modules are there as well. They're okay. I'm devastated that that's not a red bristle brush. You try saying that. Like the wipes a lot. They're really impressive. I haven't really got a favourite. I think everything is... No, I think the Z80 CPUs are probably my favourite. I really like those. It's... I mean, they are not... I don't like the fact that they're fakes. They're obvious fakes, especially being either nearly 100 years old or made from in the future and brought back in time in 2033. They're even got, even though they've all got exactly the same, have a look at this. Even though they've all got exactly the same silkscreen marking on, they've all got different placement of the little there's like little dimples in the face of the CPU. See if I can get that on camera, so you can see it vaguely there. The top one hasn't got any on it at all. This one is like there. This one is further up than that one. They're spaced further that way. These ones are almost off the end, and these ones are really close to the middle. But they were all made at the same time in the same factory and printed in exactly the same way. Yeah. Oh, they are. I mean, they are working. All 5 of those are working, and out of the 10, I got 9. I can't be too unhappy with that, really. Anyway, there you go. There's your thumbnail. That'll do for now. Let's put a pin in these for now. I've still got to do the Flux comparison videos, so there's still going to be some videos along these lines, but I'm not going to be sharing any affiliate links anymore. You'll just have to search the things and chance your arm. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Unless AliExpress come back and say sorry, and then we'll consider it again. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one when I'll fix something.